YouTube, hello! Luck here, and welcome back to Tower of Babel. After some intense grinding for legendaries and listening to some comments on the last video, I've finally got another incredibly crazy build for you guys. To start off with, we're gonna do a run with a crazy legendary staff that's got 100% magic find by itself, and it's also not a bugged weapon. As you can see, the damage is within the parentheses limits, just to showcase how good this build can be with normal gear that's not bugged out. And for the second run, we're gonna be swapping a couple of different legendaries just to push the DPS limits to see how far we can actually take it. First, let's showcase the build and some legendaries and some synergies. So to start off, we've got a dagger affix here, and that's going to be the skill that we're going to be using for this build. This one increases projectiles by 100%, throwing them in random directions. We've also got another dagger affix on the chest piece, which gives it +1 minimum piercing count. And we've got a +15 all stat gem slotted in there just for the kicks of it. On our cloak, we've got a +9% critical hit chance and +30% critical hit damage per special attack, and it stacks up to 3 times and resets on basic attack. So at some point, we're not even going to be using our basic attack, an extra 27% critical hit chance, and an extra 90% critical hit damage on all of our skills. On our gloves here, all skill damage increases proportional to current mana, so it's going to be another 30% damage increase. Ring, we've got another dagger affix that automatically attacks the nearest enemy, and that's kind of crazy because it completely cancels out throwing in random directions. Continuing on to the boots, we have +100% all damage for standing in flames from fire skills for 5 seconds. And we're going to be pairing that affix with Meteor Fall +100% projectiles falling at random locations. So what that's going to do is every time we step on a meteor spot, we're going to get 100% all damage for 5 seconds. So at some point, our dagger is going to be doing crazy amounts of damage, and we're just going to be chasing these fire spots that the meteors leave. So that's going to be crazy for our build. And then on our belt here, just for some extra life insurance, we've got Sanctuary, restores 1% life every 1 second while within Sanctuary. For our weapon is Nameless King's Ambition, 50% magic item find on it, and it came with 2 gem slots. Now what's crazy, I didn't figure this out until I messed around with some different pieces, but if you come over to the runes, I'll just use this one for example. It's got physical skill hits have a 5% chance to restore 1% life. Now if you slot in runes, we have the Whir rune, but we don't have the Dal rune. So when you have both runes, you can slot them in and it gets an extra benefit, like an extra affix. So for this one, it would be +10% to restore 1% life. And you can pretty much do that with any piece of gear that has 2 gem slots. So for this one, we slotted in a Gak rune and a Whir rune, and we got an extra 50% magic item find from the legendary affix. And that's crazy because on our stats, we start off with 100% magic item find chance. And this is the build that I've been using for farming legendaries. And then for the second build, we're going to be using a couple of different legendaries. We do still have our bugged out weapon here, which is kind of insane still. And I did get this weapon, and it did manage to bug out as well. Not as much as the other one, but I thought the bug was fixed with the blacksmith, but it still managed to happen on this weapon as well. But for now, once you level your gear to 10 out of 10, it actually gets another stat added to it. So with this one, you can see the little anvil at the bottom, +3.1% dark resistance. Because I have it maxed out, 10 out of 10 enhancements, it got an additional 102 life stat. So we've got extra stats on all of our gear, mostly the ones that we're going to be using anyways, and we're going to start the run. Okay, let's get in here and turn the volume up. And one thing we're going to be using just to push it a little bit farther is auto attack is going to be off, but we still have auto attack on, or we still have auto aim on. So we're going to be manually using our fireball, our main attack, just for the first part of the run. Okay, right off the bat, we have a curse we're going to pick up, and we're going to bless it, because that gives us more enemies, and the more enemies we have, the more chance we have to get legendaries. Let's see, we're going to pick up auto pickup radius. That lets us get experience from a little bit farther away. We do have movement speed, which is going to be really good trying to keep up with the meteors that are going to be falling. But we're going to take attack power, increase the damage of all of our skills by 10% once we get them. Okay, we don't really want any of these, but I guess Ice Orb is going to be the best option to kind of save our rerolls here. And that also gives us a little bit of crowd control. We do have duration here, but we're going to pick cast speed. Okay, we're going to pick up another curse option. Now we're at 2 curse. I'm not sure how many curse you can get. The most I've ever gotten is 5. But maybe you can go even farther than 5 curse. Although I haven't been lucky enough to find that yet, if it is possible. We do have life regen here. We're going to take 1. Just to kind of give us some extra life regen before we get our sanctuary skill. Okay, and these runs are kind of rough to get started and up off the ground. But once you get going, it is crazy. We're gonna pick up an evade here. All right. I don't really want any of these. Let's use a reroll. We do have Meteor Strike, and that's going to be part of our build, so we're going to pick that up. Now, if we wanted to, we could start trying to focus on stepping on these fire spots just to give us an extra 100% damage increase. Okay, we don't want any of these. Let's use our last reroll here. We do have Pierce Chance, that's really good. And we also have Experience Gain. I'm going to bless that, and I'm going to take the Piercing Chance, because it is a double level up on that skill. Okay, we're going to take Blood Whirlwind here. Actually, we're going to take Meteor Strike, because it gives us more projectiles. And the more projectiles we have, the more spots we have to stand on. We're gonna take evade. We got 20 seconds, about 20 seconds to take out this elite. I feel like we can do it. Almost down. And it's good, and we got a legendary right off the bat. Picking up our next skill is going to be Sanctuary. That's going to give us a little bit of extra life regen. Every second it's active, we get 1% life regen. We don't want any of these skills, but we're just going to take another slot in Sanctuary here. And Sanctuary also gives knockback, which is super good. Okay, we've got 3 skills. We still need to pick up Dagger, and I think that's the only one for our synergies. So we have 2 skills to kind of just like put onto whatever. We're gonna pick up Blood Whirlwind for some extra life regen. I'm gonna try and make a loop back to that legendary because I really want to get that one. Okay, we took a couple hits, but that's alright. Let's pick up an attack power. So that's plus 10% extra damage to our skills right there. Okay, here we go. We got Dagger, and it's a 3 level on the Dagger skill. So we're gonna bless that right away and pick it up. And now we can just start stacking up our special attacks. And we're on the second one. That's the third one. And now we don't ever have to use our basic attack because Dagger is just too good. Especially with the special attacks and the critical chance and the critical damage stacked up. So now we just chill. Cast speed, attack area. Okay, let's pick up another one into Meteor Strike, and we're probably gonna ban it after, once we see it again. Okay, now all we have to focus on is stepping on these little fire spots from the meteors to get that 100% extra damage as constant as possible for 5 seconds. I'm not sure if once you activate it, if you step on it again before the 5 seconds is up, if it like refreshes the buff timer, but I'm gonna go ahead and assume that it does. And we're just gonna stand on these fire spots as often as we can. We're gonna pick up Blood Whirlwind here. And once we get that dagger skill, it's pretty much just easy breezy all the way through the end of the run. Nice. We're gonna pick up some more experience gain. Taking out that elite super fast. Let's get some more mana restoration here. We've got item find, so we'll start stacking up item find as well on top of the weapon that we have, which is still the 100% magic find weapon. And we just continue stepping on the flames. Okay, we'll pick up another curse option. That puts us up to 3 curse. All right. I think we'll do another one. Another 2 levels in Blood Whirlwind here. Even though the daggers are coming out kind of slow right now because it's at the start of the skill levels, it's still enough to do crazy damage to where we don't have to, there's another legendary, to where we don't have to use our basic attack. So we're going to take Curse here, but we're also going to ban Meteor Strike. Well, actually, we could have picked it up for the 50% projectile count and then banned it on the next one, but I already banned it, so that's what that is. We're gonna pick up the... We're not gonna ban this yet because we do want some extra knockback strength. So we're gonna leave this. And we're gonna pick up the curse. And we're gonna keep on farming these legendaries. And this is the build that I've been using to farm legendaries. With the staff and all. Okay, let's pick up radius. Let's get some attack power here. And I think we still have 1 skill blessing left. I don't know if I want to bless... There's another legendary. I don't know if I want to bless Magic Find. But I might just do that for this run, considering this is like a showcase of legendary farming. We're going to take Curse again. That puts us up to level 5. Hopefully we start to see some dagger skill options. Okay, we're gonna take out this elite fairly fast. Try and weave in and out of here. Let's take Sanctuary for the 1 skill extra knockback. We'll keep on stepping on the flames. Okay, we'll get another 20%. That's going to be 50% extra damage to our skills. Alright, yeah, we got the dogs coming in here. Gonna get kind of tight. We're gonna take another experience gain. More experience, more level ups. More level ups equals more damage. Or magic item find. Whatever comes first. We do have Purge here, but we're not gonna take that. Let's do some evade. We're just chilling. Making sure we're looking for those opening spots. We'll do some movement speed here. That's going to help us get to these flame spots even faster before they disappear. We'll just go around in a circle around the flames. Okay. We're going to actually blast crit hit damage. Because we're going to try and do as much damage as we possibly can with this non-bugged out staff before we get into the damage boosting run. We're going to take 14% extra casting speed. Makes the daggers come out faster, as well as the Sanctuary and all of these meteors. So we're just chilling. Trying to pick up this experience and all these items that are dropping. We'll take another movement speed. Not getting very lucky on our daggers. That's okay, that'll just showcase just actually how powerful this build is. Even with low skill option choices. We're not having any difficulty killing these enemies at all. Let's pick up some... We could do plus 15% range, but we're going to do auto pickup radius even more. Lets us grab some experience from even farther away. Okay, we'll start to focus on some of these mages. The good thing about not using the basic attack is when you have bad skill options like this and a basic attack option, you can just take it because you're not going to be using it anyways, so there's no extra damage. We're going to be weaving in and out of these dark balls that these wizards are throwing at us. Okay, we do have casting speed here, but we're going to take more magic item find. We have an elite here that throws fireballs, so we'll try and... Alright, he's already down. Nice. Okay, another magic item find option. That's fine with me. Stepping on fire. Making sure we have our plus 100% damage buff up at all times if possible. We could take projectile count here, and that's going to be really good for most of our skills. But we're going to take damage. Got 12 minutes left on this run. We haven't seen any other dagger options except for the first one, which kind of is sad. We're gonna take some piercing here. Grab this. Step on the fire. We missed it. Step on this fire. Take another basic attack, I guess. We'll get some more duration on these fire spots, make them last a little bit longer. And you can really tell that it's actually benefiting the crit damage and crit chance, because you can see all these super yellow numbers and not like the faded yellow ones. The super yellow numbers mean that these are crits. Alright, this part gets a little bit sketchy. We'll pick up a resurrection. And it's even more sketchier because we only have 3 levels into our dagger. So it's not doing nearly as much damage as it possibly could be. But it's still enough to handle all these big guys. Man, where is the dagger? Give me some dagger options. Let's use a special attack here to kind of clear a way. Clear a path here. Corpus explosion, chain lightning. Well, we have to take one of these. This will be our last skill. Let's do chain lightning. Since the other two were 2 skills, 2 levels in the skill. And this one was only 1. Finally, another dagger option. Only a single level, but I'll take it. Here we go. Now we're getting somewhere. 3 levels into dagger. We're gonna loop back around for all these items that are on the ground. Even the gray ones down here. Come back up here for this experience that was left. Another legendary dropped. Let's get more experience gain. So 12, we're 9.5 minutes, and we've got 4 legendaries so far. We could get more attack power. I think we're gonna go with projectile count here though, just to get a little more dagger damage going. We got the second wave of birds starting to spawn in. But I think our daggers are going to be able to handle it just fine. We'll pick up some more magic item find here. The one bad thing about daggers is when these birds are flying around, you can see it doesn't really track them very well. So most of the daggers end up going behind the birds. But eventually, it takes them all out. Let's get 2 more levels into projectile count. That means more flames on the ground and also more daggers coming out. Alright, we got another level into daggers. Love to see it. Need to see more of those. We got about 2.5 minutes left until the boss spawns. And you'll see just how fast the boss goes down. Even without a super bugged out weapon, it's still pretty fast. Keep on hunting down these items and these flame spots. We could get another sanctuary. We're actually gonna ban sanctuary. Let's pick up some movement speed here. Okay, we got the second wave of doggos coming in here, as well as more of these big triangle head guys. We could get another resurrection, but I think our damage is good enough now to where we don't even need to get those. So we're gonna pick up some more crit hit chance. Seems like the best option choice at the moment. Kind of like circle around the flames here. Another gem. Love to see it. 2 more levels into dagger, putting us at 10. We're halfway to level 20. Probably not going to see level 20 in this run, but we'll do another run after this with the bugged out weapon to see how far we can push the damage. And hopefully we'll be at 20 during that run. We're going to take more evade here. Probably won't use it, but it's kind of like a nullified option choice. Alright, we got about a minute left until the boss is gonna spawn. Get more magic item find. See if we can get lucky enough to get maybe 1 or 2 more legendaries before the end of this run. Let's get dagger at 11. Okay. Dagger at 12. Keep on showing me the dagger options. I will keep on taking them. There's another elite that spawned. Let's see how fast it goes down with level 12 daggers. Super fast. Let's take another Blood Whirlwind. Magnet here, super good. We'll do some mana restore. Here's the boss. And as you can see, health bar is depleting very fast, and it's down already. With a double legendary drop. Hell yeah. So yeah, this build is super good at farming legendaries, and this is pretty much the build I've been using to solely farm legendaries. As you can see, only level 12, and it already hit almost 29 million damage. We'll get back into the lobby here, see what we got for legendaries. Oh my god, that music. We'll see what we got for legendaries, and then we'll cut back in when we've got a decent run going. What do we got? For each enemy hit by a special attack plus 5% basic attack damage. Okay. Not great. Special attack critical hit chance. Recover 1 mana on fire crit hit. If more than 5 enemies are within 5 meters, plus 50% basic attack damage. Alright. Alright, we are back, and I think we have a pretty decent run so far. So we've got 10 levels into a dagger, and you can see it's already doing 30,000 DPS, damage per second. That is crazy. We have our Sanctuary, and we have our Meteor Fall, or Meteor Strike. We have 5 levels into Curse, 3 levels into crit hit damage, and we've got 3 levels into crit hit chance, as well as 1 into all damage, which is 10%. And we also have a couple of changes here. I realized that we weren't really getting to utilize the special attack affix, so we went ahead and switched out for the higher damage staff. We also managed to pick up this necklace, which is 100% flame duration on Meteor Fall. So that's been super nice. And to replace the affix on our necklace that we had, we've got a helmet with increased projectiles by 100% for the dagger. All the other gear is the same, and we are going to get into this run here. It's looking like a pretty good one so far. Nice, we got 2 more levels into dagger right away. And I do special attack ever so often just to make sure that we still have the buff up. Let's get some crit hit damage here. Also, the skill options that I have blessed are dagger, crit hit damage, and curse, which I already have 5 of, so I don't think we'll be seeing any more of that. Also, we've got all 6 skills. Alright, more crit damage. Love to see it. Having these flames be on the ground for longer periods of time has been super nice. Let's pick up, okay, first of all, well, never mind. Let's just pick up some projectile count. Let's wait on the bands. But I do want a couple more levels into Sanctuary, just for the duration. And we're just hunting down these fire spots. And enemies are literally just evaporating before they can even have a chance of touching us. Let's pick up some more range. Get some daggers out farther. I'm interested to see what the damage is on this one, as well as how fast the boss goes down. Because I've done some runs prior to showcasing this build, and I've had like some pretty crazy boss kills, like 2 seconds, 3 seconds. So I'm hoping that we'll get one of those today. Crit's already up to 15k when I have the dagger buff, or the flam buff from the boots. Nice, they're passing 16k. Okay, let's get some more casting speed. Let's throw them out faster. Okay, we don't have any resurrections, so we gotta be kind of cautious of these wizard dark balls. Let's get another level into dagger here. Oh, and if you're wondering, where is it? My transparency effect is at 3. And skill effect is at 0 because I want to see all the skills coming down. Nice, we're already hitting 17k. Pushing up those numbers. Let's see how fast this elite goes down. Okay, these are all really good options. We're gonna take... I was gonna say piercing, but we've already got 3 levels into piercing, so I think I'm just gonna go with projectile count. That elite died within a matter of milliseconds. Here's another one. Yep. A matter of milliseconds as well. These daggers are evaporating enemies right before my very eyes. Okay, we have piercing here. Let's go duration. Makes our flames stay for even longer. It's so satisfying seeing all these crit numbers. Up to 16 in our daggers, 16 levels. Passing 19k, I think I saw. I need to see some more critical hit damage skill options. Okay, let's pick up some auto pickup radius. Just gonna keep on standing in these fire spots. And let the enemy density get thicker. Alright, let's get some more levels into the range. No enemy is going to be safe from my daggers. Extremely fast. We don't even need to... You know what? Let's just ban it. Let's ban resurrections. We don't need them. Make sure we're keeping our fire buff going. Let's ban Blood Whirlwind and we'll get more duration here. And that also affects our Sanctuary, as well as the Flames. Nice, dagger up to 17. We're getting closer to 20. There was some yellow items over here. I think I saw them. I mean, there's a lot of... Oh, nice. 2 more into crit hit damage. Ooh. PC's lagging a little bit. There's a lot of experience down here. Oh yeah, there's 2 yellow items up here. You can see from the little things right there. Dagger is now at 18. Let's keep heading towards these yellow items up here. We're gonna lose out on a little bit of damage. That's alright. Nice, we get more casting speed. Passing 22k on our dagger crits now. Okay, we'll get more gold so we can avoid putting damage into any other skill. Or I should say any other skill that's not daggers. That elite just vanished. Got sent to the Shadow Realm. Daggers are now at 19. It's crazy that we almost have daggers at max before 9 minutes. I mean, we could have gotten a little bit luckier with the amount of levels for each one. We'll get more experience gain here. We're good on crit chance for now. Seeing mostly crits. Alright, let's get some movement speed. Gets us to those flame spots a little bit faster. Also lets us collect some XP faster. I want these fire drops to come over here. We could get attack area, but we're gonna go even more damage. I really want to push the limits here. We're passing 25Ks on the crits. Let's do special attack because we're not really using our special attack. So that's extra damage for the dagger. Dagger is now at max level. We have reached level 20. So now what we do is just look for critical hit damage. And make sure we're still stepping in these fire spots. More attack power. Nice. Almost clearing 30Ks. We're at 29K on the dagger crits. Let's get some magic find. Why not? We'll go for gold gain. We got a couple minutes left until the boss is spawning. Alright, more experience gain. More levels. This is kind of a wild run. Oh, we got a rune. Let's go. More crit damage. That's what I like to see. This game is being very nice to me right now. Extremely nice. I think that was a 31k crit that we just hit. Nice, there's a legendary. More projectile count. That means more daggers. Let's get some more mana restoration. Keep damage off of other skills if we can. Got about 40 seconds until the boss is here. We'll put some damage into our special attack, because that gives more damage overall to the daggers. Oh, absolutely evaporated. I guess we can get another into Sanctuary here. Oh my god, from across the world. We're taking them out left and right. I just saw 30k, 31k right here. Let's get more mana restoration. 32k I saw. Yo, that was like 2 seconds. That was 2 seconds, and we got 2 legendaries. 2-second boss kill with 2 legendaries. That's insane. Level 73. Holy shit, we passed 100 million damage. That is... I'm speechless. This is crazy. And it's still like super early on in the game too. Holy shit. So we had 240 critical hit damage. And 45% projectile count. And we have 21% extra critical hit chance with 30% extra damage. This is insane. This is the best run. This is my new personal best right here. 100 million. We got a rune and some legendaries. Man, that music volume spikes my ears every single time. And that's what we're going to call it for this episode. If you did enjoy, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, ring the bell, all the good stuff. And if you like my content, we just opened up our channel memberships. So head down to the description and click the link if you'd like to support the channel. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one.